Good morning and welcome back to Baldfather Bets. So we are going rogue picks again today. We had quite a bit of success with the trial on the rogue last week. So I would like to add a full day data point to that to just kind of see where we are. Bruce did okay yesterday. Well, obviously we'll start out with a recap of yesterday. Bruce's picks were solid. He did okay. Had some good ones, had some bad ones. So we may feature him on the show again to give his picks, but he needs a day off. A little bit of a sleepy dog this morning. Anyway, so first off, please support the channel, guys. Make sure you subscribe, notifications on. Make sure that you like, share, comment on this video. Just anything we can do to help grow us within the YouTube algorithm. It's all we ask for. Always keep these picks free. Just want to help grow and support and reach as many people and make this community larger. The most fun part about this for me is the interaction with you guys on the picks and all that stuff. I truly, really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, grab your wife's phone, grab your kids' phones, and make sure they're subscribed to this. What they don't know will not hurt them. Okay, so recap of yesterday. We were 8-6 in units, so a positive day, good day. Couple of swing games there for us. There's probably 3 of them. 2 that we should have covered and 1 that we did cover out of those 2, and then 1 that we shouldn't have covered and 1 that we did. So ultimately the swing games went 2-1 in our favor, so I can't really be all that upset. In that morning slate, we got kind of lucky with Baylor getting that cover against SMU. I mean, I say that, but not really. When you look at the total yards and all that stuff, like those teams are very even. So it's just down by 14 with 5-something left in the fourth quarter. If you have a team plus 3, you're probably not going to get a cover too often, but we did. So that was a really good game. And then on the flip side of that, when you head into that afternoon window, Kansas, man, that is a killer. We got a team plus 6. We're up 21-6 at one point. We're covering the entire game, and then all we need is Missouri to just run up the clock. If they get 1 first down, then they can start to go into that mode, and instead they break off a 50-some-odd yard touchdown run to take it over, and Missouri covers, and so we get a loss on that Kansas one. And then the other one is Ole Miss, Kentucky. So it's another one where we were covering all game. We should have covered. Late, Ole Miss takes that 10-point lead. But then Mark Stoops does the smart thing, which is when you're down by 10 and you get down into the red zone like that with seconds left, you kick the field goal so that you can get the onside kick, because your chances are that you'll get to Hail Mary range more often than you would get to field goal range on that next one. It was kind of funny that Lane Kiffin knew what the number was too. I don't know if you guys saw that interview, but Lane Kiffin said sorry to the gamblers there for how the last sequence ended, which again, really funny. Love that about Lane. But anyway, so 8-6 for us on the day. Nice one with OU there. It got a little sweaty, and it shouldn't have, man. Like if you were watching that game, OU should have won that game by a lot more than they did. Michigan had that one big run to start the second half that kind of changed things a little bit. So yeah, 8-6 on the day. That brings us to 29-25. Solid start to the year. Obviously, the big swing game here being against us is that Texas Ohio State one where we had 10 units on that, but we're doing well. So then into NFL football Sunday, week 1, our first full Sunday slate of NFL football. One of my favorite things, football at its highest level. We're just going to run through them. Some of these we've already given you, but I'm not giving them in any particular order. It's just 1 o'clock games, then 4 o'clock games, and then our Saturday night football game. This one we've already given. We're taking the Giants plus the 7. You cannot get it at 7 anymore, but whatever. It's up to you whether 7's kind of a key number with Russell Wilson. He's a big lose by 7 or under guy, or win by 7 or under guy, but that one's up to you. I like the Giants in this spot. Obviously, I like the Commanders. I gave you at the future. Excuse me. I teased on the future, because we do not give futures as official picks here at Baldfather Bets. I teased you on the future of Commanders winning that division. I don't think the Eagles will win that division, so I like the Commanders. But 7 is a lot of points for a Russell Wilson quarterback to team. So I like the Giants plus the 7, 1 unit. We got Saints plus 7, 1 unit against the Cardinals. Again, just too many points. The game's in New Orleans. Head coach's first game, a lot of juice for the first game. Cardinals, I don't really know what this infatuation with the Cardinals is. 2 years ago, they played really hard, but they lost a lot of games. And then last year, well, they improved and they got to around, being like a middle of the road team. I still just don't understand the infatuation with them. People, I don't really think the Cardinals should be favored by 7 against anybody. So Saints, 1 unit. Browns, we're going plus 5.5 for 2 units. I know everybody's in love with the Bengals. I love the Bengals too. Joe Burrow is one of my favorite quarterbacks. Bengals historically do not start out well. This is a division game. This is tough. Myles Garrett is playing. The Browns have given the Bengals fits under these coaching staffs. I like the Browns in this spot. Regardless of what we think of the Browns as an organization or their quarterback decisions, 5.5 is quite a bit of points for a division game. We're taking the Panthers plus 4.5 against the Jaguars. Pains me because I'm a known Trevor Lawrence ball washer. I make excuses for Trevor Lawrence all the time. I think he's amazing. But 4.5 in a division game, again, where the Panthers have made very significant improvements, both across the draft boards, what they brought in free agency, how they've handled bringing a struggling Bryce Young when he started and really getting him ingrained in the system, all that stuff. Like the Panthers here, plus 4.5. We're taking the Jets plus the 3 against the Steelers. Oh, Panthers is 1 unit. We're taking the Jets plus the 3 against the Steelers. Steelers as a road favorite, man, under Tomlin. Yeah, Steelers as a home dog under Tomlin is amazing. Steelers as a road favorite under Tomlin is not. It's like clockwork. Also think that both of these teams can be very motivated to play each other. Jets can be very motivated to play Rodgers, and obviously the Steelers for Rodgers will be very motivated to play Jets. So I think you're going to see I don't think you're going to see a sleepy game whatsoever in terms of the energy and all that on it. Like the Jets here. That's 1 unit. We have the Colts for a pick against the Dolphins. That's 1 unit. I just think the Colts are finally going to win a Week 1 game since 2013. I know that it's very trendy right now to talk about how awful the Dolphins are, but I kind of think they are. And I'm also one of the people who's a big believer that while I like him, the league seems to not like Mike McDaniel. When I say the league, I mean the coaching fraternity. And I think he has a target on his back this year because they know they can kind of put a knife in him. So, yeah. Excuse me. We are going Patriots -2. This is also for a unit. I know it's a little trendy. Everyone's in love with the Patriots. They went from winning 4 games last year to everyone being like, oh, they're going to make the playoffs. But I really cannot emphasize the difference between going from O.J. Mayo to Mike Vrabel. Titans firing Mike Vrabel will forever be one of the just most laughable things that a organization has ever done. He just wins. Obviously, like Drake May, I think it's pretty clear in terms of how he ended the year last year, and not just stats, but if you watched his games. Like what the Patriots brought in, not just from a coaching standpoint, but from a personnel standpoint. I do like the reason this one was a little difficult for me is I also really like what the Raiders did in terms of Pete Carroll and Geno Smith and all that. I'm a little worried about them on the outside, but I ultimately think the Raiders are gonna be fine. I just like the Patriots in this spot at home -2, so 1 unit on that. I'm missing a noon window. Falcons. Not noon, 1 p.m. Falcons plus 1.5 for a unit against Tampa Bay. I debated on this one for 2.5, or excuse me, for 2 units. But we're going to stick with the 1 unit. The Falcons, in my opinion, by the end of the year, were the better team in that division. Uh, I think Penix is a solid quarterback, and you saw that in a lot of their play. We like the Falcons here, especially at home, especially given what they have healthy right now for maybe one of the first times. You should look at Drake London's stats when he's played with any other quarterback versus then when he's played with Michael Penix Jr. He's like two completely different players. Penix completely complements his skill set as a pass catcher. And I think that's a big deal. There was even life given to the corpse of Kyle Pitts some last, which would be amazing. Because I know every Falcon fan out there always starts the year saying this is the year for Kyle Pitts, and maybe it is. We'll see what happens. So then we're in the 4 o'clock window. So the two early 4 o'clock games. Titans, we're taking them plus the 8.5 against the Broncos. 1 unit. This is just there's not a reason. I don't really have a reason for you other than models would tell you that it's too many points. And it is too many points. Do I personally kind of think the Broncos might blow them out? I do. But I'm not a gambler. I'm a sports bettor, and we make informed decisions here. And the read is you should take the Titans plus the 8.5. It's 1 unit. I'm not doing anything with it. It's Cam Ward's first game. We don't really know what to expect from that. I will say Cam Ward checks all the boxes for you in terms of like what you're looking for in a first-year quarterback, and that's first in the building, last to leave, like all that type of stuff. I would care a lot more about those things than like how his game looked, because he's going to struggle. Everyone's going to struggle some. But we'll be on them. Titans plus 8.5 for a unit. Then you have the Seahawks and the 49ers. We are going Seahawks plus 2 against the 49ers for 1 unit. Pretty concerning injury news with Christian McCaffrey, in my opinion. That's another one where you can look at Brock Purdy's stats with Christian McCaffrey and Brock Purdy's stats without Christian McCaffrey, and they are two different quarterbacks. Brock Purdy's stats with Christian McCaffrey is MVP caliber worthy, and if he was someone else, people would speak about him that way. Without, he's a slightly below average quarterback. It unlocks kind of the whole way Purdy wants to function in offense. So he says he's going to play. We'll see, man. We went through this song and dance last year, but also Seahawks at home in a division game, getting points. Yeah, I like that one. A little worried with them in terms of Darnold at Q. I'm someone who wasn't totally sold on the whole Darnold thing last year. I was still slightly, you guys remember, I didn't really buy into the Vikings all the way. And that we were heavy on the Rams in that playoff game, and they got shellacked by the Rams. So we'll see. We'll see how Darnold does, but still at home, 2 points, getting it. So we're going to take it. 1 unit. As much as this pains me, you guys know I'm a huge Detroit Lions fan. We're going to lay 1 with the Packers against the Lions. Double coordinator change for the Lions. Packers bringing essentially everything back. Jordan Love playing pretty phenomenal at the end of last year. Now, there is an instance here where the Packers have not started off great under LaFleur, but I think this is a tough spot. I think this is going to be a tough year for the Lions, and I think this is a tough game for them. Starting out on the road like this. And you guys also got to remember the Lions are not fully healthy back. Like all those defensive injuries that they had last year, they don't have everyone back from that yet, especially Aim McNeil, who is their big run-stopping defensive tackle, who also gets pressure up the middle. I don't really care whether Micah Parsons plays or not. I still like the Packers minus the 1. Actually, I think the reason we can get 1 is probably because there's indications that he doesn't play. I'd much rather lay the Packers minus 1 without Parsons than lay the Packers minus 3 with him. So a pass rusher isn't worth 2 points. Well, he is not worth 2 points. There are individual pass rushers who you could make the argument are, but he's not. Rams minus 2.5. Yeah, it's either 2 or 2.5. I will double check it for the official record keeping, but we'll say it's either 2 or 2.5. And I like it for 2 units against the Texans. I'm a Texans seller this year. They might be my Bills this year, because I actually like the Bills this year. Also, Sean McVay, he is my god when it comes to football. Rams at home, as long as Stafford's healthy and he's playing through the back thing and he's good to go, I will always like the Rams. And if you're giving them to me and I only got to lay under a field goal at home, Rams -2 for 2 units or 2.5, whatever the hell it is. I'll figure it out. And then the last one, Sunday Night Football, we've already given this one. Ravens -0.5 for 3 units. Ravens are a better team. They were a better team last year. What they do well is run the ball, and that's the issue that the Bills have on defense. I will almost always take a team, especially when you have a line that's like a pick, where strength of team X is run game, weakness of chain Y is run defense. Football tends to go that way. So 3 units on the Ravens, -0.5 against the Bills. That's it. Enjoy your NFL football Sunday. Appreciate you guys very much. Again, show me some love on the video, like, share, comment, and let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what some of your picks are if you have any that are different than ours here. But anyway, have a great NFL Sunday, and we will get at you again tomorrow for Monday Night Football.